Lawyers practicing labor and employment law handle a wide range of legal issues that arise in the relationships between employers, managers, and employees' unions. When representing their clients, labor and employment lawyers rely upon the exclusive content and resources found on Lexis Advance. Today, I am going to show you how to find and use this exclusive content and resources. My name is Delaine Frazier, and I have worked for Lexis for over 9 years as a research attorney. I graduated from Southern University Law Center, where I served as a research assistant to the Chancellor, the Honorable Judge Pitcher. I have also been a licensed attorney in the state of Louisiana for 10 years. In this video, I will show you the labor and employment law materials available on Lexis Advance, including exclusive content and sources that are relied upon by seasoned attorneys practicing in this area. I will show you how to first begin your research using the Labor and Employment Practice Center in Lexis Advance. Second, how to get background information on labor and employment topics using a treatise. And lastly, we will leverage Lexis Practice Advisor labor and employment resources. First, let me provide you with a little background information on labor and employment. These are two distinct legal area practices. Labor attorneys primarily work with unions and collective bargaining, whereas employment attorneys work with companies and at-will employees with issues such as discrimination or family leave. After watching this video, you will know how to quickly locate the best resources for both of these practice areas. The resources that I will show you on Lexis Advance are critical to attorneys practicing labor and employment law. Lexis is the leading provider of legal research in law firms, courts, federal agencies, and corporations. In fact, 90% of AmLaw 100 firms and 80% of AmLaw 200 have online legal research contracts with LexisNexis. Those are the largest law firms in the country. We also have long-term contracts with U.S. federal courts and JAG Corps. And in addition, almost 80% of federal agencies use LexisNexis, which includes the Department of Justice and the Internal Revenue Service. Over 4,000 corporations are LexisNexis customers. That includes 55% of Fortune 500 and 19 of the top 20 companies. Labor and employment attorneys across the world rely upon content and resources available on Lexis Advance. Let's get started and begin our research on Lexis Advance. To access Lexis Advance, simply go to www.lexisadvance.com. To begin our research with labor and employment on Lexis Advance, you can either begin with the red search bar at the top of the page, or you can use the LexisNexis Labor and Employment Practice Center. The Labor and Employment Practice Center organizes all of the top content. To access this, simply go up to Browse in the top left, and then you're going to select Practice Centers. Once you're on Practice Centers, we're going to select Practice Area or Industry, and we will quickly identify Labor and Employment. Now that we are in the Labor and Employment Practice Center, the first thing we will do is begin by identifying how can we quickly access our practice center in the future. When I'm training in law firms, I often see attorneys who have set the practice center as a starting point for their research, so that every time they access Lexis Advance, those top sources are at their fingertips. To do this, we can easily select Actions and select Make This My Research Start page. Here in the future, we will now be able to quickly access our Labor and Employment Practice Center. We will begin first in the Practice Center by noting that you can research by topic sources and even by individual materials here on your left-hand side. You can also research by topic. Here you can see key topic areas provided for you. For example, if we were to select discrimination, you can see that you can get documents, create a topic alert, or view topic index. Today we will select to get documents. By choosing Get Documents, we now have access to cases, statutes and legislation, secondary materials, brief pleadings and motions, and so forth, that can all quickly and easily be filtered through. Today we're going to focus on secondary materials to begin. So let's select secondary materials. To get seminal cases and a strong understanding of the topic, we use secondary sources. One of the most common secondary sources is going to be a treatise. Treatises are written by legal experts, so by searching in a treatise, you can quickly and easily get expert guidance on your topic that will help you understand the law and point you to important cases, statutes, and legislations that you may need. Beginning here will save you time and make all of your subsequent researching more efficient. So let's go ahead and take a look at treatises by scrolling down and selecting under category treatises. And then you can see that all the treatises here are covered by both state and federal issues. Today we're going to identify under our narrow by sources. Here we're going to look and identify a particular source, which will be Larson's on employment discrimination, which is regularly cited by the courts. Let's go ahead and select to narrow by our sources. Let's click into the first result for Larson on employment discrimination, section 101.1. You'll notice links to the footnotes. Here you will be able to see how Lexis links out to seminal cases and significant statutes, so you don't have to waste time reading hundreds of cases to piece it all together. Larson has synthesized all of this information for you. You can easily see how using practice centers to quickly locate relevant sources is extremely helpful for attorneys specializing in a particular field. Now we're going to look for further guidance by using Lexis Practice Advisor. Lexis Practice Advisor is a valuable resource for transactional work. It contains practical guidance, forms, cases, legislative materials, and secondary materials. It is organized by topic and aligned with the workflow of a transactional attorney. The practical guidance is drafted by experts in the field, and the forms incorporate the guidance of expert attorneys in the form of drafting notes and alternative optional clauses. In the upper left-hand corner, we're going to select our drop-down arrow and scroll down to Lexis Practice Advisor. Here we're now going to be able to identify labor and employment. You will see that there are resources available to you under Lexis Practice Advisor, and they're organized by task. Let's say your task involves discrimination. Under tasks, select discrimination and retaliation. And once on the result page, we're going to scroll down and under narrow by, select EEO laws and protections. This puts forms, practice notes, secondary sources, cases, regulations, statutes, all quickly and easily at your fingertips to help you look outstanding. We're going to now scroll down all the way to number 37 and identify Equal Employment Opportunity Policy with acknowledgement. You'll notice that it is editable, so you can customize it in Lexis Advanced. Or you can go to About This Document and select Quick Download, which will allow you to download it as a Word document and you can edit it later. The drafting notes section of this form is an excellent overview for new attorneys because the experts who drafted the form explain why they worded it the way that they did. Also, alternate and optional clauses shows you other clauses that could be inserted in the document, giving you the flexibility to tailor your document to your client's needs. As you can see, Lexis Practice Advisor provides you with all the resources you will need to work as a labor and employment attorney. Finally, let's return to the Lexis Advance Research homepage. If you have any questions about using Lexis Advance for labor and employment tasks or any other legal research, you can reach out to me or any of your student reps. Additionally, if you scroll up under support, you can find that you can receive help 24 hours a day under customer support options 1-800-455-LEXIS, or you can chat online with the Lexis support representative. You now know how to begin your research using Labor and Employment Practice Center, get background on labor and employment topics using a treatise, and leverage Lexis Practice Advisor labor and employment resources. If you're interested in further training or information, or if you have any questions about researching on Lexis Advance, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you.